Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. This is Dan with Ledger Support. Hope you guys are all good. Yeah, as usual, I'm here for an hour, so until let's say like 5:55 p.m. CT. So yeah, more or less an hour. I'm here to answer all your questions. So if you have any issues with your Ledger device, Ledger Live, you have a general question about Ledger products, crypto, anything you need, really just drop your question in the chat and I'll just be happy to answer anything. Before I start, just a quick word of caution as usual, especially if you're coming to the stream through Twitter. There's a lot of fake Ledger support accounts on Twitter, fake Ledger account, fake Ledger employee accounts, a lot of fakery and a lot of scammers all over social media, especially on Twitter. So you have to be super careful. Typically, scammers will try to ask you for your 24-word recovery phrase. Those are the 24 words that your device gave you when you first set it up. And if you give anyone the 24 words, the scammer on the other side will be able to access your account and drain your funds, even if they don't have access to your Ledger device. So it's super important. We repeat it every stream, but again, I don't think it can be repeated enough. You have to be super, super careful and a little paranoid, I would say. If you're looking for the legit support account, it's Ledger_support. We've got a golden check mark and the Ledger badge. Anyone else saying the Ledger support is trying to scam you. Okay. All right. So let's begin. Also, if you guys could just let me know if you can hear me okay, if the sound is good. I just want to make sure you've got a good experience watching the stream, and I'll start with the question right now. Okay, so first question is from Nirmal Bhatti. Didn't get my order. So Nirmal, Pratam, yeah, thank you for the feedback. So Nirmal, I'm gonna need a little more information here if you didn't get your order. We do have a dedicated page actually on Ledger, on the Ledger website called My Order. This is the page, so you can check the status of your order via this page here if you have your tracking number and the order reference. So I would do this first, Normal, and I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you so you can check it out. Next question is from Dirty. Yesterday I opened Ledger Live and my balance was 0. Scared the hell out of me. All my crypto was still there, though. Yeah, that might be just a typical data issue in Ledger Live. So sometimes Ledger Live will get bad data. In this case, what you can do is just like go into the settings, help, clear the cache, and clear cache. That will force Ledger Live to flush the old bad data that might be a bad price or things like that, and recheck the blockchain and should give you the correct account. So sorry for the scare, Dirty. Next question is from Tech World. Why when I stake my Matic from Ledger Live using Stater, I don't see any rewards showing? That's normal actually. And that's because Stater, the rewards will actually accumulate into a pool and will only really be transferred to your account once you unstake your Matic X. So let me try to show you an example here. So I've got my Matic account here, and I think I've got unstake. I should have like a Matic X bounce somewhere. But basically it's perfectly normal that you don't get the transaction rewards like within the account tab here. Everything happens within the app and you only get the principal plus the rewards when you actually withdraw the Matic X back to your account. Then you'll get the initial Matic that you stake plus the rewards also expressed as Matic. In the meantime, you won't get the rewards. Okay, the next question is from F. When will Ledger Live support Beam? And so I don't have an ETF for you. Beam, that being said, there's like a lot of tokens called Beam. If you're talking about Moonbeam by any chance, that's already supported, but probably not. So look, if it's a token, just let me know. which one, because I'm guessing there's a lot of token called Beam, and then I can escalate that to the developers. Next question is from C-Dub. I see you have Caspa support, but it's not through Ledger Live. Why? That's a good question, and the reason is that's typically how new integration work when integrated into Ledger. First, we release an app that is developed in partnership with the project team, and then so once the app has been developed, we list it for download in the My Ledger section here. And typically you will be able to start creating an account, but with third-party wallets. And those are specialized into whatever blockchain they're doing. So they have all the features that you need, send, receive, stake, governance, sometimes all that good stuff. And then only after that, we can think about a Ledger Live integration, but this is more complex because there's a lot of UX things that need to be ironed out. There is typically, like, if there is staking, that will complicate the integration. I mean, it's a whole different beast. So that's why usually we offer like the app first and then Ledger Live. But don't worry, you can use the app with your Ledger device and a third-party wallet. Like, I think for Caspa, it's the Caspa Vault. You can use that very securely. It's just as safe as using Ledger Live. But yeah, of course, you don't have everything in Ledger Live, so I understand. Okay, next question is from Dave McFly. Will you ever take the code of Ledger open source? So that's a question I get a lot these days. So there's two things to this, Dave. First of all, the code for Ledger Live, the app here that you can see, is completely open source. You can find it on GitHub at Ledger HQ. The second thing is that the code that for the apps, the apps on the device, that's also open source. It's also available on Ledger HQ. And it's actually very important because the app code will show you how your seed, your private keys will be manipulated inside the device. So that's also super important. When it comes to the firmware, we're not completely open source, but that's because some parts of the secure elements are under FDA, right? And those cannot be open sourced for security reasons. This is the security design that we've chose at Ledger. Okay, so next question. So I would say we almost open source, but not completely. Next question from Ron. Hey, how do you order the CL card? So Ron, it depends where you live. So the CL card is not available everywhere, but if you are in the supported jurisdiction, then you will be able to order it via the CL card tab here. You just have to create an account with Banks. Banks is the company that supports the CL card and manages the CL card account. And then you sign up, you go through the process, and they'll ship you your card. And that's how you do it. But you have to be within the supported jurisdictions. And those are, let me check that with you, and I'll share the FAQ here with you so you can read that at your leisure, Ron. But so I don't know, for example, if the US is supported. Supported country, let's check that. CL card is currently available in the UK and the European Economic Area. So that's not even the EU, it's like smaller than the EU. So yeah, so it's only available there. So if you are in the UK, you're good. If you're in the US, Ron, then it's not available yet. Next question from Blaze. Hey, how are you? Thank you for the email. Any news on Caspa support? Hey Blaze, thank you for the kind word. Caspa is supported. I was talking about it like a second ago, actually. It's supported but via a third-party wallet. But don't worry, it's just as safe as using Ledger Live. You will download the Caspa app on your Ledger device, and I think I have it here. See, Caspa here. And then you can go on the Cas Vault here, and then you connect your Ledger device to this to get your address, and then you can send Caspa to that address, and the private keys will be secured by your Ledger device. So it's just like using Ledger Live, except it's not yet in Ledger Live. I'll share this tutorial with you because I recently added some pictures so you can see exactly like how to connect your Ledger device. And make sure when you send coins to include the Caspa double colon here to your address. This is important when you copy your address. If you click the little copy button here, everything will be copied, which is good. But if you manually copy it, make sure to also include the castpath double colon as well. It's an important part of the address, Blaze. So hope that answered the question, but if you have other questions, then don't hesitate. I'll drop this article in the chat here, so you can check it out. But yeah, it's supported, half supported, let's say. Next question from Pratam Gaming. Sound is good, thank you, Pratam. Next question from LS. Are 12 words enough? Yes, it's enough. 12 words is so general mathematically. 12 words is enough security to not be guessable by a computer or any computer in any amount of time that the universe can survive. So you're fine with 12 words. Of course, 24 words is even more security than that, but it might actually be overkill provided the level of security that 12 words provide. That being said, something super important. Ledger devices will always only give you 24 words. 12 words are usually given by software wallets like MetaMask or this one here called Compass. And those recovery phrases with 12 words given by a software wallet. They're not safe because they've been created in your browser, on your computer, connected to the internet. So you should never actually import a 12-word recovery phrase into your Ledger device. It's possible, but by putting a hot recovery phrase into a cold wallet, you're turning the wallet into a hot wallet as well. So definitely not recommended. Instead, if you have funds in a software wallet, create a Ledger account and then move the funds over. Hope that answers the question, LS, but let me know if you have any questions. Blaze, you're welcome. If you have any other questions, don't worry. Just drop them in the chat as well. Happy to help. Next question from Pratam Gaming as well. What if the government banned Ledger Live app? How to access then with VPN? Is it possible? So let's say, for example, they ban Ledger Live in your country, then you will still be able to use your Ledger device with a third-party wallet. So, for example, I'll give you an example with Tron. Let's say you're a Tron user, then Ledger Live, for whatever reason, is no longer available in your jurisdiction. Then you can use something like Tron Scan connected to your Ledger device. We have plenty of documentation here. And, the beauty is like the most important thing, the recovery phrase is secured by the Ledger device. So as long as you have that, then you're fine. You can just connect your Ledger device securely to any third-party wallets and continue using your crypto. You're not stuck with your Ledger Live. So that's the answer, Pratam. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that answered your question completely, but let me know if it does or if you have any other questions. But basically, you can use your Ledger device without Ledger Live. Ledger Live is just one service provided by Ledger to interact with a lot of blockchains, but nothing stops you from using an alternative to Ledger Live. Ledger Live does not store your coins. It's just here to facilitate signing transaction on the blockchain. That's all. Next question, Tech World. Okay, don't like that at all from Stater. Yeah, I get it. It was kind of weird for me as well when I created the tutorial. It's like typically if you stake, you want to see you definitely want to see the rewards going into your account. But Stater has this thing. It's different. Things will pull into Stater basically, and then only when you withdraw you will get the rewards. So yeah. It's not as pretty as, reward showing in Ledger Live in the main accounts tab. I agree. Okay, next question from Tom R. Hello, why is BTC at 45k on Ledger Live with 47k everywhere else? Oh, wait, is it? Hang on. Maybe if it is, it's no, wait. I think you're getting bad data from Ledger Live. That's okay. In times of volatility like that, Ledger Live might get like the markets all over the place. Price data become very volatile as well and doesn't propagate to every service like equally. But at the end of the day, it's the market price that rules, right? Not Ledger Live price. So if you get bad data in here or in your account, what you can do is just like go to settings, help, clear the cache, Tom, and it will force Ledger Live to recheck the price data and so on. It should give you the correct. In the swap menu. Interesting. in the swap menu. Damn. So I wish I had enough coins to swap. Maybe Doge. Let me see. No. Okay. So I think I'm too poor to swap anything here. But basically, Tom, it could be because, you know, those swap service providers, they also have to maintain an inventory of coins. And so it's possible that their price, the price they will quote you, is different than the price on other markets. And that's a result of, you know, crypto markets being very immature in some sense, and they can dislocate very easily, meaning that the price on one service will be different than the price on another service. So I would say, like, you probably want to, you know, hold on before you swap if you don't get the correct quote. Yeah, it's the swap provider. So yeah, so that's the answer. Just wait a little bit, you know, maybe wait until the craziness has stopped, or just use like a different swap service. See if you can get like a better quote. Next question from Vinny. How do I consolidate my UTXO on Ledger Live? So Vinny, what you can do is, let's say you've got tons of UTXO in your account. What you do is, like, very simply, you, like, let's say this account has tons of UTXO, you want to consolidate that. You just create a deposit address like this. Boom, like that. You copy it, and then you send that. You send it, and then you advance like that. You go to coin control, and then you select all the UTXO you want to send, and you send max. Or you can do send max. That will basically like melt all your UTXOs into, that will melt all your UTXOs, and it will create one output to the new address that will be just one massive UTXO with all the previous fragmented UTXOs, if that makes sense, Vinny. Red Rocket, no, I haven't skipped your question. I'm doing yours next, actually. So, Red Rocket, and Vinny, let me see if let me know if that makes sense. Red Rocket, hi there. When will Solana issue be resolved? When I try to send Solana from my ledger, I get the unexpected fee null error and won't let me send it. So Red Rocket, I think this is because you are using an old version of Ledger Live. You just need to update Ledger Live, and that should be solved. So yeah, there might be like a banner at the top here that says, hey, update to Ledger Live. You should be, if you're on desktop, you should be on version, if you go to settings, about, you should be on version 275. If you're on mobile, you should be on version 3.39. So make sure you are updated to the latest version, and then try the transaction again. And also, yeah, so do this first, right? And make sure you've got a little bit of enough SOL in your account as well, in your available balance. But you shouldn't need much, but make sure there is like a balance here, right? Under available balance. Okay, next question. Mitisar Bodosa, why are there so many rewards in Ledger Live wallets, NFT section? Like, is it legit? Waiting for your reply. No, so it's not legit. It's absolutely not legit. Those rewards are fake, and they are actually scams. And it's the ugly side of Ledger, not Ledger generally, because it happens everywhere, but blockchains, because your blockchain address is public, anyone can, you know, sample like 100,000 addresses from a blockchain explorer and just start sending those scam NFTs like that, right? This is the kind of NFT you're getting. I'm guessing the fake voucher, and so they're very, very easy to create. And they typically have like a link here that's scammy. And if you follow this link, they will ask you to type your recovery phrase, or they will ask you to sign a transaction that will access your account. So it's really, do not interact with those. What you can do is just right click on the NFT that you want to hide, and then hide it like this. We have a filter that will be launched soon, probably in the next version of Ledger Live, that will make those disappear. But for now, like, the best thing to do is just hide them or just ignore them. And Mitisar, I'm going to share some documentation with you, so you know what to do. this article here will tell you what I just said basically, but you can check it out later as well. Okay, it's dropped in the chat. Next question, Beam F. Okay, so Beam. All right, let's check. Coin market cap. Let's see. Beam. Okay, here it is. Beam. What is Beam? It's a token on Ethereum or on Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so if it's not supporting Ledger Live, and I don't think it is, then what you can do is just like connect your Ledger device to MetaMask, for example, or Tahoe, and then you add Beam as a custom token. That's all. That's the best thing you can do. If not, I'll just, thank you for the address, I'll just escalate that. So I'll do a request for adding a token so we can add it next time. Just gonna take notes, boom. Okay, cool. Thanks, F. Next, Dirty. Yeah, you're welcome, Dirty. Look forward to many sessions, learning a lot. Oh, okay, so that's great. I'm glad you're learning a lot. And Vinny, you're welcome. Red Rocket, you're welcome. Who's next? Dirty. Yeah, Dirty. Thanks a lot, mate. Pratam, how much sats should we customize to receive Bitcoin with low fees? Any tips and tricks? Well, it's a tough one, Pratam, because of the price of the fee market right now on Bitcoin, because everybody wants to mint ordinals, or they want to transact with Bitcoin, especially when the market is volatile. What I can suggest is using this website here that's awesome, called mempool.space, and I'll drop it in the chat for you, Pratam. And so what you can do here is like go to this section here and just, yeah, try to transact when the market's not spiking like this. I think that's the first tip here. Try to wait until the market's a little calm down. If not, you're gonna have to adjust the fees so your transaction will be prioritized. And in this case, I would suggest a different service called custom. Hang on. Custom Bitcoin. How to send a Bitcoin transaction. Yeah, so this article is really useful. Yeah, you can use this link here, Bitcoin Fees Lab. And here they will suggest like the custom fee for you to have your transaction confirmed within like an hour, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, and so on and so forth. So you can use that to send your transactions, but yeah, I wouldn't go under this just because otherwise your transaction might get stuck in mempool for so long. So yeah, I'll drop this article for you in the chat, Pratam. You can take a look at it. Okay. No worries. If you have other questions, go for it. Drop them in the chat. Okay, Vinut Patel. Hi, bro. How to receive BRC20 token for Ledger? So Ledger Live is not optimized for BRC20 tokens, Vinut. That being said, you can still send some BRC20 tokens, but you will need a Taproot account like that. So when you create a Bitcoin account, make sure it's Taproot. I'll show you how to do this. But the problem is like you won't be able to see your BRC20 token in Ledger Live. So you can send them to the address, but you won't be able to see them, which is probably not what you want. So yeah. So you probably want to use like a different service like Ledger Wallet connected to Ledger Wallet. Ledger Wallet connected to Ledger Wallet. It's a mouthful, but it's a service that basically can securely connect to your Ledger device, and they are a little more optimized for ordinals and BRC20 tokens. But if it's the first time, I would suggest like send just a very tiny amount first as a test, because I actually have never tried it with BRC20 tokens. So I don't want to give you bad advice here. So maybe try that, but try a small amount first. See if you can see the BRC20 token through Ledger, and if not, then no big deal. But yeah, I wouldn't go all in and transfer the entire balance. Next question from Luke MT 1990. Do we have any update with the Ledger stacks? No, man, no update for now. I'll let you know when I hear more, but basically, like, when there is an update, if you pre-ordered, you'll get an email from us, basically on the email that you provided to pre-order your device. That's all. Unfortunately, I don't have an update right now. Next question from Tom Cam. Hey, how's it going, mate? Good to have you back. Yeah, thank you. Greetings from Paris, Tom Cam. If you have any questions, go for it. Drop in the chat. Next question is Eric. I was wondering if you can walk me through sending Caspa to Ledger Nano X from Uphold. Okay, so Eric, the problem is, like, I don't have an Uphold account, so I don't know how the flow for withdrawing Caspa would work on Uphold. But I can show you the Ledger side of how to do it. And so first, let me share some documentation with you. This is the documentation that will teach you how to send some Caspa coins to your Ledger device. And I will share that in the chat. Now, in terms of how it works, first you will have to download your, oh, by the way, just quickly, to create a Taproot account, this is how you do it, right? Add new account, you toggle this little thing here, and then you select Taproot. There should be an option for Taproot here if it's your first time. Okay, back to Caspa. You go into My Ledger, Eric. Here you will be able to download the Caspa app on your Ledger device. Okay, so that's the first step. Caspa, boom. Then you install that. Then you close Ledger Live. Okay, it's important. You close Ledger Live or you get out of My Ledger here. Then you go to Cas Vault, connect. So make sure you open the Caspa app here on your device, just like this. Then you click Connect with USB. And then it will create an address, and this address is actually secured by your Ledger device. All right. Then you go to Overview, you copy this. This will copy everything, including a Caspa double colon here, which is important. And then you can send your Caspa, you go to Uphold, and you withdraw from Uphold to that address here. And that's it. And if it's the first time, if it's your first time sending from Uphold to Ledger, I would definitely suggest that you send a small amount first, okay, Eric? And then if that goes through, then you can send more, all right? And I dropped the link in the chat for you. Mitisar, you're welcome. Pratam, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad that was helpful to you guys. If you have more questions, go for it. I'm here for another 30 minutes. All right, next question is from... next question is from Mastermind Money. I entered my password in wrong once, and it says her message is sent out and her password, but it's not allowing me to enter the password. Not sure I understand the question here. It's phrased, I was trying to stake my Ethereum. Okay, so the first question, Mastermind, I entered my password in wrong once, and it says, but her message is sent out and her password, but it's not allowing me to enter the password. Okay. Okay, so look, if it's the password in Ledger Live, then it's not a big deal. You can reset it. If it's the wrong password, then you can reset Ledger Live. Then you can re-add your account manually. Not really a big issue. And I'll share some documentation on how to do it. The only annoying thing about it is that you'll have to re-add your account manually with your Ledger device to Ledger Live, like add account, find your account again, re-add it, so on and so forth. But it's not really a big deal and your funds are safe. It's just annoying. But if that's not what you're talking about, like, please let me know a little more, because I'm not sure I understand the question actually. Next question from From Jay. I don't know, from Tom Cam. Yeah. So with the new ETH update, fees are going to be up to 100% lower, right? Since SHIB and other coins are ETH based, when we send them to Ledger with our ETH receiving address. So something important, Tom Cam, it's not the fees on ETH that will be smaller. It's the fees on layer 2s. So those are like blockchains that are secured by ETH, but that are not ETH. So for example, Optimism will be cheaper. Optimism will be much cheaper. OP mainnets. Arbitrum will be much cheaper. ZK Sync, which is not supporting Ledger Live, will be much cheaper. So those will be the networks that will benefit. Base will be cheaper as well. All those layer 2s built on top of Ethereum that are using Ethereum for secure recording of the transactions, those will become cheaper in March 13th when Ethereum upgrades, but not Ethereum itself. If anything, I think Ethereum will become even busier and might actually be more expensive. That's my understanding, at least. And Eric, to answer your question, yes, Casvault is safe to use. It's just like using Ledger Live, just as safe. So yeah, Tom Cam, I would say that don't expect the fees on Ethereum to drop. Regard to SHIB, SHIB, I would say if you can start thinking about not using the Ethereum layer 1 anymore, but instead you can migrate to layer 2, like Arbitrum, like Base, like this kind of blockchains. The question is is SHIB, for example, supported on Base? And it's not supported on Ledger Live, but you can still send it to your Base account. It will just not show in Ledger Live, but then you can connect your Ledger device to a third-party wallet like the Coinbase wallet, and then you'll be able to see your SHIB. All right. So your SHIB can live on many different blockchains, right? It can live on all the layer 2s that are secured by Ethereum, Arbitrum, Base, Optimism, all these blockchains. So yeah, it's really down to where you want to keep your SHIB. But again, Ethereum is probably not gonna become cheaper. I hope that answered your question. I ranted a bit here, so apologies for that. Okay, so Mastermind Money, it's not letting me put my password. Only thing I could do is turn it on and off. My second question is I'm trying to figure out how to. You mean how to scan? I'm trying to stake Ethereum for a network that is telling me to scan with Ledger. How do I do that? Ooh, I don't know Mastermind, but that sounds fishy, like the scan with Ledger. I've seen that on phishing websites, like scan with Ledger, and then they ask you for your 24 recovery phrase, and then it's gone, right? So you want to be careful where you are. For the password, do you mean the password on Ledger Live or the PIN code? Do you mean this, the PIN code on the device, or do you mean the password to unlock Ledger Live? That's also important. And to stake Ethereum, it's the ETH. Okay. Scan with Ledger. I see ETH. Okay. If you want to stake Ethereum, okay, in Ledger Live, you can just do it in Ledger Live, Mastermind, but you will have to use the correct version of Ledger Live. I'm a little worried that what you're interacting with here is not actually Ledger Live. So I would say, just by precaution, just go to this website. I'm gonna drop the link in the video in the chat here. Yeah, I would say if you want to stake ETH, just do it with Ledger Live. You'll be much safer. Don't interact with some weird apps or anything like that. Just download Ledger Live, and then once you're in Ledger Live, you can stake. The easier way to stake Ethereum is probably by using Lido. And then we have documentation here on how to use Lido. I'll drop this article here, and then you can give it a try. But again, just make sure that I'm a little worried that what you're describing might not be the legit version of Ledger Live. So again, use the link that I shared. download Ledger Live proper, set up your Ethereum account, and then stake via Lido using the link that I shared. Okay. All right, going back to Jay. Yeah. So Jay, sorry it took you a long time to get to your question, by the way, Jay. While in Phantom connecting to Ledger, why does it generate a new address rather than use the one you see in Ledger Live? Thank you. Okay, Jay, so this is because Phantom will force you to first create a Phantom account, which is not secure by your Ledger device. And once you've added the Phantom account, then Phantom will give you the option to add a second account, which can be your Ledger account. So that's the reason why Phantom is forcing you through the steps of creating a 12-word recovery phrase, creating a Phantom account, and then only then they will give you the option to add your Ledger account on top of that. And those accounts will be very different. The Phantom account, vanilla, will be secured by private keys that are represented by the 12-word recovery phrase that Phantom will give you on your browser, okay, which is super unsafe, so you should not send funds to that. And your Ledger account seen through Phantom will actually be secured by your 24-word recovery phrase, right? These private keys, and which are contained within your Ledger device, okay? So we have documentation here. As often, we have a lot of documentation about a lot of stuff here. So you can use that. I think the steps are relatively up to date to add your Ledger account to Phantom. Okay, Jay? I think that should solve your issue. I'm gonna drop this link here in the chat, okay? That will be the last link in the chat. Okay, and you'll find that kind of interface where a Ledger, a software wallet will force you through their own accounts before they let you add your device. You'll see this pattern repeats across like a lot of different software wallets. Like MetaMask will do the same thing. I think Coinbase wallets as well. There are very few software wallets that will let you connect your Ledger device like right off the bat without forcing you into creating their account first. So something to keep in mind. Okay, I lost track of where I was. Steven, how do I get an HBAR account? Tell me how to get a wallet. Yep, Steven, I'll just refer you to some documentation that we have in Ledger Live here. It's a multi-step process. First, you are going to have to onboard, we call it onboarding via a third-party wallet called Hashback. You'll have to connect your Ledger device to Hashback, create an account here. And then the second step is to import or export this account into Ledger Live. So yeah, and those steps are explained here in this article. So you can go through it. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And the reason why you have to onboard via Hashback is because there's only a few selected actors on the Hedera network that can onboard, create new accounts. And Hashback is one of them. Ledger Live is not one of them. Okay, next. Pro trading with RG. Hello Dan, my friend told me that Ledger is not safe, Cold Card is more secure. Please elaborate. I think the security is the same. Pro trading, I think it's a bit like in crypto where people are very attached to their coins and some people are very attached to their wallets. I've used personally like a lot of different wallets in my life. I like Ledger a lot because of all the integration into third parties. Cold Card is great for Bitcoin, I think, but Cold Card is very Bitcoin centered, I think, if they haven't changed. So, but in terms of security, what secured the Ledger, the private keys is the same in a Cold Card or in a Ledger device. It's a secure element, which is like a microchip that is very resistant to attacks. It will keep your private keys, and it's the same with Cold Card and Ledger, same. The only thing that you need to keep in mind when using hardware wallets or any crypto wallet, and that's the base of the security, is that the 24-word recovery phrase given to you by Cold Card, Trezor, Ledger, any wallet, This is the most important, okay, not the device, because if you lose your device, you can restore your accounts, your private keys with that phrase. But if you can restore your private keys with that phrase, anyone can do if they have your recovery phrase. So if someone gets a hold of your recovery phrase, they will be able to access your funds and steal your money, right? And that's true, not just for Ledger, but also for Cold Card, for Trezor, any wallet in the game, okay? Jay, no worries, man. Mastermind, I'll get back to you in a second. But first I'm gonna go through like those questions here. Hal 9000, hello, why each time I make a new transaction on my BTC wallet, is it a new address? That's normal, Hal. It's just a privacy feature on Ledger Live. Automatically, it will create a new Bitcoin address after each successful transaction, and then Ledger Live will manage all those accounts and addresses for you. It's actually better than having just one account because if someone gets a hold of one address, they will only have access to, that deposit of Bitcoin you made, not the entire balance. So they can't spy on the entire Bitcoin balance. So it's actually a great feature that Bitcoin and Bitcoin-like blockchains have. So don't worry, it's perfectly normal. That being said, you can, if you want, send to the same address again and again and again, but you're trading convenience for privacy here. So it's up to you. I know that there are some exchanges that will force you to withdraw to the same address because they have this whitelist system. But if you can, I would say try to change the address every single time. And what I said is explained here as well. I'll share that in the link in the chat for you, Hal, and then you can take a look. Yes, it means you're correct. It means that you have multiple public keys on it's a little more complicated than this. Your Ledger device has multiple private keys. Your Ledger device has a seed, okay, which is a random number. The seed is used to generate private keys, on demand every single time you create an account or you do, or you receive funds. The new private keys will be secure, and that private key maps on one public key, it maps on one public key, which will map on one address. Okay, Bitcoin has this multiple layer system like that. So you don't have just one private key in your device. You have a random number that can create as many private keys as they want, and that results in Bitcoin and multiple addresses. But everything is managed. Everything is kept into your device. Okay, and everything is managed via your Ledger device, Ledger Live. And yes, there is a global pub key that's available in your Bitcoin accounts, which you can find here. So you click on your account. So I'll show you real quick. You click on your account like this. You go to Edit, Advanced, and the pub key is here. And then you can grab this pub key and you can go to, I think Trezor has a cool Explorer for pub keys. Yeah, here you go, the Trezor Bitcoin Explorer. I gotta say, they did a good job with that. And then you can paste that, and then they will show you your balance. You might have to convert this pub key, but hang on, I'll show you the read xpub. I'll give you all the steps. Okay, how to analyze a Bitcoin pub key. Here, this article explains how to read a pub key for your accounts. And yes, with the pub key, you can see all the different public addresses that have been generated. So yeah, for that account. How? Does that make sense? And I'm dropping the article here. Okay, next. Pro trading with RG. When is ARB support coming on Ledger? It's already here. So I don't know if you knew, but yeah, you can already add a Arbitrum account. You just go to Add Account, Arbitrum. I don't know why they buried it so deep, but it's here. This one here, ARB ETH. So you just add that, and boom, you'll get an Arbitrum account. Let me share the steps with you here. So yeah, it's supported in Ledger Live Pro Trading. I'll drop this article here into the chat for you. Boom. Okay, you're welcome, Hal. Okay, next question. F, many thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, mate. Okay, so Mastermind Money, I'll get back to you. I was trying to stake my Ethereum from a ledger with a passive place, and now they offer it, but it says scan with a ledger. I don't know how to scan with ledger. Tell me to scan with ledger. Okay, it's the ETH. I got it. Okay, so Ether wasn't an option to stay with ledger, but now they have a bunch of staking options now, and there was only 2 before asking me to scan. But literally is giving me a message now that says 2 attempts left. Okay, so it's your PIN. I've hooked to the computer. It's telling me to unlock but the ledger device that can give me the option to put in my PIN number. Oh, that's weird. So even if I went to Ledger Live, my ledger is not going to open up when I connect it with my hardware. It say unlock the ledger, but there is no way to enter a PIN. Huh. Okay, so I really want to stake with this pass. Okay, why is the ledger recovery safe? Is it safe? Do you have the backup recovery plan? How do you get your hair tools? Okay. There is a lot of stuff here, man. I can't keep up. So just, did you manage to unlock your device with your PIN? Let's start with that. And what do you want to do next? Okay. So first question, did you manage to unlock the device with the PIN? I hope so. And second question, are you in Ledger Live? And are you trying to stake your Ethereum? And I will guide you through the next steps. And if we have time, I'll give you some hair tips. But I don't know if we're going to have time because there is a lot of questions. But appreciate the question. Next question. So I'll wait for your answer. I did. I figured out how to get where I can put the pin. Okay, great. Cool. So you're inside Ledger Live. So if you want to stake, add your account, add your Ethereum account. It should be there already if you've used Ethereum before. And then go into Discover Lido. And Lido is, it's one option, right? But Lido is convenient. You can use Lido, or you can use Skillen as well. Whatever you like. I would say if it's your first time, you can just use Lido. And I'll share this article again with you. It's going to be the last one at the bottom here. Okay, I'm glad you managed to unlock the device. Okay, let's continue. So GV, hi, I've got 2 ledgers. I think they are duplicated with the same tokens in each. Okay, how can I verify that? If so, how could I erase one? Oh, okay, it's slate clean to place new tokens. Okay, so let's start with this one. I think they are the same tokens. Okay, so there is actually an easy way to do this. You can, so when we say like they have the same tokens, that means that basically they store the same private keys to move those tokens. Meaning that they have the same recovery phrase, if you prefer, inside the device. The way to verify this is actually to use an app called Recovery Phrase app. No, it's not called, it's called the Recovery app. And you can download it via my ledger here. Recovery check. This is the one. Okay. So you install this on your ledger device. And then you'll be able to, I'll show you in a second. Then you'll be able to type your recovery phrase inside the device, right? That's the only safe place to do it. So you type the recovery phrase inside the device. And then the device will tell you like, yes, it's the recovery phrase, or no, it's not that recovery phrase. So you can do this the same on both devices with the same recovery phrase. And if they both tell you like, hey, this is the same recovery phrase, then you know that yes, the tokens are in both devices, aka the private keys are in both devices, if that makes sense. So you can use this. So everything I described here is explained in this article here, recovery check. I'll drop it in the chat for you. What was your name? GV. Okay, so that's the first step. And then if you want the second device to not have the private keys of the first device, then that's fine. you can just type 3 wrong pins into the device, okay? That will reset the device, and then you set the device as a new device, and the device will give you a new recovery phrase, and then you can go ahead, connect that device with the new recovery phrase to Ledger Live, and create new accounts. And what I would suggest is like the new accounts that you create, try to label them, to give them names that will indicate which device is securing which account, so it doesn't get too messy. Does that make sense? So let me know if that makes sense, GV. And I'll also share this article with you. Use multiple Ledger devices with Ledger Live. That explains a bit more how to, it's got tips and tricks on how to use Ledger Live with multiple devices. Perfect, great, thanks for the feedback. So now the other question. On my Ledger, on my latest operation, I've got 9 unsolicited NFTs past 4 months. What are these? I fear it's a scam airdrop, drainage of wallets. How to protect from this? So you are completely correct. It's a scam. That mostly happens on Polygon because it's cheap to mint those scammy NFTs. But they might happen on Ethereum as well. But I think they target people on Ethereum with a lot of money. But on Polygon, like every account will get them because it's so cheap to create NFTs on Polygon. So scammers will spray those NFTs all over the place. So what you can do for now, we are going to launch a filter in the next version of Ledger Live. So keep Ledger Live up to date, okay? But for now, what you can do is just ignore them. And if you are annoyed to see them in your account, you can just right click, hide NFT collection. And you do this, you repeat for every NFT. Do not try to send the NFT outside the ledger. Okay, do not try to send them to burner address or something like that. That will actually be dangerous. Just ignore them, they are scams. Mastermind, no, don't send me. It's not because I've got glasses that you can trust me. Don't send me your crypto. Bad idea, because bad idea. That would cause issues for you and for me probably, because my manager will think that I'm here on YouTube scamming people and asking them to send me funds, which is not the case. So no, just keep your money. And okay, I'll get back to you in a second with the firmware reset. But if the device, if the device, so you're welcome, GB. If the device reset, Mastermind, what you can do is like, yes, yeah, I can help you with that. So you have your recovery phrase, so you're fine, man. You guys trolling in here. You can follow those steps here to restore your accounts with your recovery phrase into the reset device. No big deal. It's not lost as long as the recovery phrase is correct. You're fine. Just gonna share this link here for you in the chat. Okay, check it out. Take your time and follow the instructions. And then once you're done, connect your Ledger device back to Ledger Live, and then you can continue using your accounts. That's it. Yeah, Phoenix. Don't send your funds to anyone, even the CEO. Next question. Okay, there's a lot. Look, that is crazy not having an update. Nothing to do. For the stacks. Yeah. I'm sorry, Luke. No, I don't have an update. But yeah, all I can say is like we'll send you an email when we do have one. I'm waiting for my device as well. I know it's frustrating for me as well, so I totally get it. Be more careful. Hey, when Harmony 1 on Ledger Live? I don't have an update for that either. For now, just use MetaMask or the Harmony wallet. I think third-party wallet. I think that's fine as well. Next one, Pratam, is it safe to send Bitcoin or on BRC20 network? BRC20 network. I would say I've never seen the Bitcoin network being called the BRC20 network, Pratam. So I would say be careful. Send a test amount first. Jay, you're welcome. Mastermind, I'm skipping your old questions because like the conversation's moved on a bit. Thanks, Phoenix, for the kind words. We're trying our best to support because we holders and ledger users as well. So we want to help you guys because we're like you. We've been through the same pains as well. Okay, next question. Next question from Valor. Ledger is safe. Yes, Ledger is safe. Just make sure not to share your 24-hour recovery phrase. That's the most important. Okay. Anyone that that knows your words can drain your accounts even if they don't have the device. So keep that in mind. Next question, Jay. Yeah, I answered the question. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Ankit. Sir, my question is very important. If a blockchain is dismissed, do the projects build... okay. If a blockchain is dismissed, you mean like a blockchain dies? Will the projects built on that blockchain be destroyed? And the answer is no, but it will be difficult to make transactions on that blockchain because there will be no one around to validate those transactions. But I can tell you from experience, I've been in crypto for a long time, even blockchains that are almost dead, have close to zero user, maybe the founders, if them, they're still not dead, and it's very difficult to kill a blockchain. That's a bit the point. And even if no one was running nodes, you could still become the only node runner on the blockchain and keep the blockchain alive as long as you can download the node and run it on the computer. So even if no one would run that blockchain, then you could keep it alive just with your computer. So that's the beauty of blockchain. Phoenix, the CL card, not sure. It's not in the US yet, but I know there's a team working on this, so it will come at some point. Yeah, I also like the Nano S Plus. I also like the Nano S Plus because I don't see, for me, like I don't need a battery and I don't need to connect it to my phone. I like to use my crypto on my personal computer. So I agree with you. Nano S Plus is the best, especially for cold storage. If you don't want to use your crypto, if you don't touch your crypto a lot and you want to keep that in a safe and just manage it like from time to time, I would recommend the Nano S Plus. If you like more like the on-the-go experience using your phone, then Nano X is probably better. But for me, like I don't want to have to think about this. So yeah. Next question, and I'm gonna go soon, guys. It's almost time for me. I'll try to do a rapid fire here. F. Regarding CL card, what if you have multiple Ledger wallets? Do you need a card per wallet? No, F. Because your CL card accounts are not Ledger accounts. That's important. When you go through the onboarding here, you will actually create a third-party account called a Banks account. Banks, BAANX. Okay, Banks is the service provider that provide the CL card. And so the system, how it works is that you will top up your Banks CL card account with a transaction that you can do from a Ledger account, right? Like a normal transaction. So you top up your card and then you can go ahead and spend with that card, okay? But the money you send to your CL card to top it up, that is no longer secured by your Ledger device, if that makes sense. Okay, next question. GV, another question, how to keep Solana alts which are now on Phantom Wallet secure. So if they are on a normal Phantom Wallet, then you can just send them across. Once you've connected your Ledger device to Phantom and you created that wallet, right, that Ledger wallet within Phantom, then you can send the tokens from the vanilla Phantom wallet to the Ledger Phantom wallet. And you'll be able to see them in Phantom, but just so you know, Ledger Live cannot detect Solana tokens yet, right? It means you won't be able to see them in Ledger Live. They will be there, but they will be invisible. Okay, next question, James. Hi, I have staked my ETH with Killen in Ledger Live. How many times to unstake, please? Thanks. It depends, James, but it could take like a couple days. So if you do Killen pooling, think first you have to request the exit. That can take a couple days, depending on how many people are requesting the exit across the entire network as well. Once that's finished and the validator has gone through the exit queue, then you will be able to do a new transaction called withdraw, and then boom, you can get the ETH back into your account. And we have documentation about this, James. So I'll share that with you. It's called, it's all explained here, the whole life cycle of staking with Killing. If you do pooling, but if you do dedicated, it's pretty much the same as well, except you have to use more ETH. All right, thank you, F. Thank you, GV. Okay, next. That was Phoenix. Phoenix. A lot of gold. The golden rings. Yeah, the CEO has a lot of golden rings. He likes that look. Mastermind. GV. Okay. I'm skipping. Okay. BG. Sorry. What if I imported my MetaMask key phrase into Ledger and OS Plus? It's not safe. I would say move the funds out, reset the device, create a new recovery phrase, send the funds back. So yeah, here. Follow those steps. I would say like your funds are not safe. BG. They're not safe because you don't know, if there was a malware on your phone or desktop when you created the MetaMask phrase, then they have the phrase and they're just waiting for you to send a significant amount of crypto to drain the funds. So it's not safe. So instead, just follow those steps here and you'll be able to go back to safety. Guys, I'm sorry, I have to go. It was a great session. So I have to go. I'm running out of time. Thank you so much. I'll be back on Monday. So if your question didn't make it to the stream today, I'll be back on Monday at 4:30 p.m. So yeah, take care. Have a good weekend. If you're in that part of the world, happy Lunar New Year as well. And I'll see you on Monday, 4:30 p.m. CT. Stay safe. Don't share your recovery phrase, okay? Don't get scammed. Bye-bye.